Hi, this is the reading for all Libras for the month of January 2015. I apologize for the late uploads, but I've been busy dealing with stuff, pity party included. Libras, I did my nails just for you. Yep. I know you guys appreciate that. So, there's fewer cards here because it's for the remainder of January, and I'm going to do my best to get all the February videos done before February starts. It's Mercury retrograde, been experiencing a few problems. My internet just keeps disconnecting too, so it's making uploading pretty hard. But let's get started here. So this is like my favorite card. We got my favorite card and one of my worst cards here. I really dislike the Hangman. Just bad experiences. I'm sure there'll come a day when I'll be happy to get the Hangman. I don't see it coming anytime soon, though. Okay, so we have the Hermit. And with the Hermit, if you look on the card, it's guidance in inner wisdom, contemplation. It's a pause moment. If you look in this card here, you see he's on a pathway. It's a skinny pathway, enough room for one. This guy's a wise man, and he's wise because he's taken time, held things into consideration before he makes decisions. He's also made a lot of mistakes, so you can't become the master if you haven't made mistakes. We learn by making those mistakes, unfortunately. He's guided by his light, so if he didn't have this lantern, and he tried to walk down this pathway, he would probably fall. But your path is lit because you have the lantern. The staff is support, so when you get tired, you can lean against it. It's a month. Yeah, you guys have, with the Hangman, the High Priestess, the Seven of Cups, and the Hermit. It's a lot going inward, imagination. There's some sort of decision that you're going to have to make in Libras. You guys can sometimes stall on making decisions. Not because you can't make it, but because you don't want to make it. You don't want to be the decision guy. You look around in hopes to find someone to make that decision for you. And then you usually kick yourself in the butt afterwards, but it's just because you don't want to hurt anybody. And the Hangman is saying that there's got to be some sacrifice here, so you may, not for all of you. Again, this is a general reading, so some of the messages will come through for those who need to hear it. Others, if it doesn't resonate with you, maybe next month. I don't really get to choose the messages that come out. They just kind of come through me. And as a Sagittarius, it comes out. I don't think about it. If I happen to watch the video later, things might make sense to me a little more. But I impress myself sometimes with the stuff that comes out of me. And Libras, you guys can have that same ability. Just making the decisions gives you confidence in knowing that you've made a right decision. Sometimes you guys can lack with confidence because you don't make those decisions. They're made for you. And again, you don't make them because you love everybody and you don't want to hurt them. So you'd rather suffer than cause suffering for others. It's unfortunate. People need to start realizing that about you, Libras. Heart of Gold. The card that is crossing that is the Seven of Pentacles. And this is a decision that you're going to have to make because it's the Hermit. It's a single person on a single path. You guys can do it. I think I can. The Seven of Pentacles is, it's financial rewards. Work and patience rewarded. Good news financially. If you see in the picture, it's a woman. Zoom in here. She can only pick one pentacle and fit it into her little basket. It doesn't even look like that pentacle will fit. She's out in the field, so she's got to pick these one by one, like a squirrel does. If you see the squirrel up here, the squirrel picks his nut, brings it back to his home, stores it away, and then heads back out, picks the next one, stores it away, and so on and so on. So it's something financially rewarding that has taken time. So, if you don't see that financial rewards now, you're going to see it down the road, is what it's showing. For the next card, we have the Eight of Wands. And Eight of Wands is swift movement. For some of you, it's matters of the heart. It could be swift movement with the heart. When I say that, I mean it can be relationship oriented, but relationship with a coworker, bosses, family members, mother, father, people that you love and you care about. Eight of Wands, fast progress after delays. It can mean travel. With this card here, some of you guys could be imagining a vacation trip where you guys are going to go. You're wondering what adventure you should take, or thinking about taking a vacation. This card could be saying maybe you need to sacrifice that right now. You can't afford the vacation, but down the road, because you have this card here showing down the road, you can have that vacation. For some of you can afford it right now, and maybe that's what you need. Is a vacation. It goes both ways, right? It can work one way for some of you and the other way for the others. The Seven of Cups, it can also mean that you've gone inwards too much. You're imagining too much. Choose wisely from your illusions presented to you. I can see that with the wands here too. So if you were offered something, and it seems like a quick reward, I would sacrifice that. Don't take it. This card is about slow and steady progress. This is quick movement. You'll know. Trust your gut. For some of you, you do need to be more imaginative. To come up maybe with a work idea for yourself, something you can do as a side job at home even. You can just use it as a hobby now. Maybe down the road it'll benefit you. Journaling, writing. You can write a book. Anybody can become an author. The author of Harry Potter, look where she was when she first wrote her books. She was homeless, had a child, and she's a multimillionaire now, right? So don't overlook the little things. I mean, the person who made the noodle for the pool, if you guys know, I used to grow up, I had a pool when I was growing up, and we played with noodles, and they float in the pool. Such a simple idea, and that guy's a multimillionaire from that. You'd be amazed at what creativity can actually do for you. Anything you imagine, you can actually create. And I mean, the car, planes, those were all created because somebody imagined those ideas and wrote them down in books, and later on down the road somebody read them and they were like, yeah, you know what, we can actually create this. So maybe you're going to read a book and there's something in there that you're going to actually create. You never know. Stranger things can happen. So for the next card we have the High Priestess, and I love this card. It's about music. Some of you need to go dancing. Libras, you guys like to doll up. You look good. You like people that look good. You enjoy looking good. You're charmers. I have quite a few Libra friends. You guys can charm the pants off of anybody. The High Priestess, you also get the ripples in here. Maybe there's a good deed you can do for somebody and there'll be a ripple effect of that. Or somebody is going to do a good deed for you and there'll be a ripple effect. With the High Priestess, it's using your intuition. Secrets to be revealed. Unexplored potential. So like I was saying, you guys have potential in you. Libras, you guys are great thinkers. So for some of you, it can be a potential idea. And if it is, it's something that's going to be slow progress. Take your time, enjoy it. It is Mercury retrograde right now, so a month of going inwards is a wise choice. Major decisions usually don't turn out well in a Mercury retrograde. Buying electronics, I'd stay away from that. The card we have crossing that is the Hangman. Now, the Hangman, I'm not a fan of. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, good things come to you after the Hangman leaves, but experiencing the Hangman state, it can be rough. And if you act too quickly, this card can represent secrets, so telling you do not act too quickly, because you have the Hermit here. And this card can mean sacrifice. You're going to have